We are the Lab Doctors. I'm Amanda.
I'm Dorothy.
And I'm Zhao Yong.
We are biomedical researchers who realized we still have a lot to learn about science.
So why not join us on this quest?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lab Doctors podcast. So today we'll be talking about mask hacks. So like life hacks but for masks, which is very topical since the pandemic, especially with Omicron and everything.
Surgical mask, N95 mask, not the facial mask.
Yes.
Not those
Good clarification.
wellness hacks. Yeah, so I found this article on Science Daily that was actually talking about certain mask hacks, like what you can do to tighten masks so that it fits your face better. And it was very interesting to me because I was like, oh, people actually spend money to study this. Like,
It's important. Okay.
Yeah. But personally, I was like, whether or not these hacks even work in the first place, I wasn't even sure. So it was great that there's actually this resource out
Like
there.
it's great that people do the dumbest research questions. I mean, they seem dumb, but they're actually important.
Yeah. So I think just to give a brief background on factors that affect mask effectiveness. So I think we are all kind of aware of mask filtration efficiency, which is like the material that's in the mask that actually filters the air that comes into and out of the mask, your mouth.
When you breathe.
Yeah, when you breathe. So this is the grade of the mask, like your surgical mask or N95 mask. The higher the grade, the better it is. So that's filtration efficiency. And then the next factor that I didn't really think about, but like it's actually very important, is mask fitness, which is why we are talking about mask hacks today.
It sounds so funny. It's like the mask has to be strong.
Yeah. It must be fitted to your
Face.
Yeah. So why does it matter? Because I'm not really sure exactly how airflow works, because I mean, we are not physicists, so hopefully we didn't really get this wrong. But air, similar to electricity, likes to flow through regions that have lower resistance.
Yeah.
So when it actually flows through a mask, there's actually quite high resistance. And if there are gaps in your mask, like let's say at your cheeks or your chin or your nose, the bridge area, then air would preferably travel through that. Which means even if your mask has high filtration efficiency, it might not actually do its job in filtering air well.
So that's the thing with the N95 mask, right?
Yeah. So like if you wear an N95 mask that's not fitted, it actually doesn't work as well as like a surgical mask that is fitted.
Yeah.
Even though the N95 has a better filtration efficiency, it doesn't matter if it's not fitted.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess at this point, I kind of want to ask y'all, what hacks have y'all actually heard of, or like what have y'all tried?
So my face is pretty small, which I think Dorothy will have this same issue, but the normal surgical mask doesn't really fit on my face. So
Right.
before I switched to like kids mask, I used to just fold it in half so that I will bend the nose metal thing,
Right.
so that it really fits on my nose. And I feel like that is like the place that like if it fits is better. But I do agree, like the cheeks part, like the sides, maybe not as good, but because the mask is big enough, I was like, should be fine, But recently, like one of our colleagues bought me a box of kids masks, and it fits really well. I mean, you can tell that it's smaller, definitely, like the width.
Yeah. The length across the face is smaller.
Yeah, so it doesn't really cover like my whole cheek, but it's tighter, so the fit is better. But yeah, I guess those are my hacks, like folding it in half so that the nose bridge thing is like really on my nose, and like wearing a smaller mask.
Right, Dorothy?
Yeah, same. I'm also wearing kids mask. Actually, for adults mask, right?
Yeah.
I usually will tie it on the loops
Right, yeah.
to make it like even smaller so that it really like presses against your face. But at the start of the pandemic, a lot of people had like questions on like how you're supposed to adjust the length of the hoops. Do you cross it? People have all sorts of pattern, like they cross it and then they hook it.
I feel like crossing makes a bigger gap.
Yeah.
I don't know, for me.
I think it depends also on your face size. Like
Right.
if your face so small.
And structure.
As in, like, if you twirl the loop. Okay, I'm trying to explain this if people don't know what crossing means. Like, the string, if you just like twirl it once so that it's like forming an X on your face. That's what.
No worries, there will actually be pictures in the journals that we link. So
great. Oh my gosh, I was like just struggling. But yeah, so basically it forms a cross across the side of your face. That's what we mean. But I feel like that's not very effective.
Yeah, especially for children. Like, I see some people do it for children instead of wearing children's masks.
Yeah.
And like, it just forms such a big hole on the children's face, and I'm like, this looks so dangerous.
Like, is it even working? Is it even useful? I mean, personally, we also had a colleague that bought like a whole bunch of plastic clips. I don't know if you all have seen it before, but they are just these plastic things that you can loop behind your back. There'll be pictures in the journal. So they tested all these hacks also, but yeah, there are these clips, and I feel like those actually work for me because I feel like my breathing is actually more difficult. The resistance of like, you know, the mask and everything is definitely greater.
Actually, I tried the clip recently, but the thing is, because it can't really stay at the back of your head, like it goes down to your neck.
Yes.
And because it's so low, right, it presses against my nose. So yes, I agree that like it's tighter. I feel more secure at my nose, but I feel like my nose just becomes flatter because it's pressing, and I don't know if it'll be permanently flatter. So it's uncomfortable.
For me, the issue with the clip is it will go downwards and then it will pull against my ear.
Yeah, the top of your ear is pain.
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually like quite painful and uncomfortable after like, I think maybe 1-2 hours.
Yeah, and the one when I talk, right, then it will slide down more easily than if you wear it normally.
Yes.
But I guess it works for if you tie a bun or if you tie your hair and the clip is like above your ponytail, or when they do it on the tudung, then it doesn't really slide down and it fits a bit better. Or you can just get some people get the tie mask. Like, you know, surgeons, if you watch shows, then they wear the mask where they tie 2 strings instead of the ear loops.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Those would be good on the ears, or for those who are unable to wear it on their ears.
Yeah. So I'll just go a bit into why they even want to bother testing fit hacks, because it's like, might as well, if it doesn't fit, just wear another size, you know, that actually fits. But I guess that is the issue, lah. Like sometimes there aren't sizes that would actually fit your
I have
face.
to say, like, it's been how many? It's been almost 2 years. I only started wearing kids masks like last month, which is, I mean, not the best, but yeah, I mean, this will help.
Yeah, and in Singapore, right, like, because the government gives out masks once in a while.
Yes.
And I realized that they really, so there's the kid sizing recently. I mean, towards like maybe the third phase, and they started coming out with kid sizing, which is great. But like, as an adult, I feel that I need a kid size mask because my face is small.
Right.
But they don't let me do so, and therefore it's like the masks are still a bit too big for me. Like, I have to fight for the M size if possible, but if there's no M size, then you take L, and then it's like, oh, it's still too big.
Which is weird. I'm like, why did they get rid of S size?
Yeah, like, where's the S size? I've never heard of S size. Like, S size the kids mask.
Exactly.
They just let me get the kids mask.
I don't know what's the policy. But like, so why they want to test it is because, again, like the masks are generic sized, which means it fits the most amount of people, but there are always going to be exceptions. Also, face structures between people are very different. Face structures of different ethnicities are also very different. So like, you know, I feel like in general, Asians, our nose bridge is like not very high. And so it like always slips down. I mean, it happens to me a lot. So like, so it's not only that, but also like mask shortages for like frontline healthcare workers. If there are not enough masks of a certain size, what can they do to increase, you know, the protection that they are getting from misfitted masks? So all these things, this is why they chose to test it. So it's not just, you know, for fun, scientists have too much time. There are actually like legit reasons, which I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah, it's quite important.
Yeah. So, out of the 2 papers, they tested quite a few overlapping ones, so I just consolidated it into a single list. So there are 7 altogether. We will link the journals so you can look at the pictures.
Yeah.
If y'all want, y'all can look at the pictures because I feel like the explanations and the descriptions are actually not very good. Yes. Okay, so the first one, okay, I've never heard of this, but like enhancing the mask or face seal by tightening the ear loops and tucking in the side pleats.
Isn't that tying the white color things?
I have no idea because the pictures don't make sense.
Okay.
To me. Oh no,
It's tying
it's
the
tying.
back,
It's just
so
tying.
like you tie a knot at the back so that it like makes the white part shorter so that it's tighter.
Yes.
Make the
It's like what we do
shorter.
with like big masks, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I would consider like just tying the mask, but they have a very specific way that they tied it. Apparently, like there's this TikTok that was like by some medical doctor that went viral about like how to make your mask more fit, and then like this was the method. Yeah, so that is the first one. The second one is fastening ear loops behind the head with 3D ear guards or a 23mm claw type hair clip.
Which is just that plastic thing that you can buy on Shopee.
Yeah, it's just the
or
plastic. Exactly.
whatever size.
Or like, you know, taking a paper clip, a crocodile clip.
Oh,
Buffalo clip.
Yeah, that kind, and you just like clip the straps
Yeah.
together. So then the next one is enhancing the mask or face seal by placing a ring or 3 ganged rubber bands over the mask, with the center rubber band placed over the nose and the chin of the participant, and the left and right side bands looped over each
I
ear.
have
Oh.
no understanding of that.
Yeah, basically it's just 3 rubber bands that are like looped across the face,
Huh?
around the nose,
Oh.
the mouth, yeah, that area, and then they'll tighten it backwards. So it's like they are artificially creating a more tight seal by putting rubber bands.
Around my
Seems
face.
like a lot of effort.
Yeah, around your face. It looks damn painful if you ask me.
Yeah. Have you seen like those videos where they put like multiple rubber bands on a watermelon and then it comes to a point where it bursts
Yes,
at
yes,
number
yes.
80 something? It's like you put 3
Yes,
on
yes,
my
yes.
face. What if my face bursts?
Yeah. The picture shows what they did, and I'm pretty sure the person's cheeks and ears are
Marked.
like, no, there's like no blood flow
Yeah.
because it's very red.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's
I've never
another
seen
one.
anyone use that though. Who uses it?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone use that. But maybe in like frontline healthcare settings, maybe.
Desperate
I'm not too
times
sure.
calls for desperate measures.
Yeah. The fourth one is enhancing the face mask by sliding a 10-inch segment of nylon hosiery, or basically pantyhose, over the fitted mask. So it's like they will pull it over and then I think like cut a hole or something so that you can see.
Like balaclava, that's what you call it, right? The thing that robbers wear.
Yeah.
Bandana?
But in this case,
No,
The
The thing
the
that-
one with the 3 holes
yes.
yeah.
for robbers.
But this one is seriously like a pantyhose.
Okay.
Like, because I think they don't want to make it too like hard to breathe also.
Then why not just
So
wear
that's why-
that though?
I guess it's because it doesn't have the filter. The filtration efficiency is not that
Wait,
great.
so you wear that on top of,
Wear the mask and then wear on top. Yeah.
Like
so that
double
the mask is
masking.
like on your face.
Pressed onto your face.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds uncomfortable.
Seems painful, yeah.
So number 5 is tape. So they'll just tape the nose, the mouth, cheeks all the way at
Some
at the
people
side.
do that to prevent condensation in the glasses, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that looks ugly, but it will work.
No, you can use
Yeah.
the like double-sided tape inside the mask.
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
so
body tape.
because you know when you wear glasses and then you're wearing the mask,
Yeah.
you always get condensation.
If you have condensation in your glasses, that means your mask is not airtight. Like air is leaking out
Yeah.
from the top.
Exactly. So that's tape, and then after that is stuffed gaps. So they'll just stuff like a whole bunch of gauze, cotton and gauze, first aid gauze to the side, until there's no visible space between the skin and the mask.
Won't it fall out?
I don't know. Again, doesn't sound comfortable. And then the last one is like the mummy, because they will literally use first aid gauze and like wrap it around. So it's similar to the rubber band where it's like trying to press the mask onto your
Yeah.
face, but like you're using first aid gauze to wrap yourself.
Uh,
All of it sounds uncomfortable if you ask me.
how many people actually do this? Like, are they just trying to come up with more examples, like alternative examples, or do people really use this before?
I think they are just trying to test out to see which ones are the most effective. And these are the craziest things that they can
Like,
think of.
imagine if like the rubber band one works, and then they'll be like, "Yes, this will be the method we're using from now on. Everybody put 3 rubber bands across your face."
Yeah.
I feel like it might work though if you're just really like about the fit, right? Then the tightest thing to your face will be the most effective when you think
Yeah.
about it.
Oh.
If it's
Good point.
if it's a brand new epidemic or pandemic and you're shortage of masks, you have to, right? Because you rather be uncomfortable than
Yeah.
get the disease.
Yeah, exactly. So my question to y'all is, which ones do y'all think actually work?
I would think the rubber band one seems quite effective. I mean, if it's really pressing down on the face, I mean, if we're just talking about mask fitness, I feel like the pantyhose one and the stuffing the side, I don't know, I feel like that's not very...
Yeah.
Pantyhose one, well, I mean, I guess it has to be tight on your face. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the pantyhose one will work, and the gauze one would work similar to the rubber band one. I think it will work. But the stuffing one, I agree with Amanda. Because if you stuff, right, and you're stuffing like just normal gauze, and all these don't have the filtration efficiency of 95%
Yes,
in it.
yes.
So you're creating a space where the air can leak out.
True.
You're creating like a barrier, but this is not the barrier that you need. That is good
Yeah.
enough. So it doesn't work.
What's the other ones? Oh, the clip. I guess the clip,
The
the tying
tying,
and
the
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 clip.
tying,
That-
just do the tying.
yeah, agree though, honestly. I mean, that's the most, I feel like that's the trade-off, you know? It's comfortable enough, but it also makes it tight enough.
Yeah. And even if it's too big, right, when you tie it, then the sides, like, it will start pressing against your cheek.
Yeah,
It's tight
yeah.
enough, yeah. So
Even
I
though
think
it's big.
Yeah, I think that's the best for.
Okay.
Are we going to be shocked by the results?
The answer is all of them.
What?
So
The
yeah, but to different extents.
Right.
Yeah. Like, because all of them increase
How do they test this?
So how they test it is actually they use a meter, like inside and outside of the mask, to see how much air goes through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then they test the difference. And then of course they also need their baseline, which is because they are participants and obviously everyone's face is different. So they need to do the baseline, which is without any modifications, and then they will normalize it from there. Yeah. So all of them actually increase filtration efficiency. So if anyone is actually doing any of these hacks, then
You are more protected.
Oh, that's good.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You're actually doing something. But the highest efficiency is the ones with the pantyhose and the tape.
Oh, the tape. I forgot
Oh, the
about the tape.
tape. I
Yeah,
quite
because
like the
that one
tape.
literally is like
Yeah.
you are like pasting.
I feel
over.
like the tape wouldn't be as uncomfortable as the rubber band.
Yeah.
For sure. So that's it. I think one important thing that we have discussed so far is comfort.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of these hacks don't actually think about how comfortable they make the mask. And so one of the biggest complaints for both rubber bands, which actually is I think the third most effective, and the pantyhose, is that it was very uncomfortable. And then tape was actually quite comfortable, but then when you are removing it, then it becomes uncomfortable for those with facial hair.
Right,
waxing.
So
right.
that's the thing. Like, if you all look at the pictures also, you all will realize that a lot of these are not the most flattering looks.
For
Like,
sure.
you will look very odd in a public setting.
Yeah, imagine someone with a pantyhose on their face. It's called a pantyhose for a reason.
Exactly. And I feel like people won't immediately know, like, oh yeah, you're trying to increase your mask fitness. I'll just be like, oh, you can actually just wear 2 masks, you know?
Or like, are you that desperate?
Yeah. Something like, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, in Singapore at least, I would completely charge you.
Yeah, and then I was thinking about the tape, and then like, if I have to go and eat, then I need to remove the tape, and then I need to put it back on. Yeah, that is just too much hassle for increasing efficiency. So I guess like it makes sense on a frontline healthcare
Yeah.
setting where you are wearing the mask for like a prolonged period of time, and maybe really it doesn't fit. So having these hacks would be better, but I think on a general day-to-day use, tying is probably more than enough. Whether or not that like translates to whether or not you get COVID is
Yep.
But I guess the mask is supposed to protect other people, right?
yeah.
If possible, size down or size up.
I think the rule of thumb should be, if you don't want to do these hacks, try and get a mask that fits your face better.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, honestly, okay, the kids' mask, the ear loops kind of hurt. I mean, because it's really tight. So my face is not exactly kids' face
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, towards the end of the day, it's a bit pain.
Yeah, because we wear masks like the whole day at work, so my ears get a bit painful. But I forgot the point I was trying to make.
I guess the point is, even if you don't want to do these hacks, still wear a mask, because wearing a mask has been proven to be even better than not wearing anything at all. It protects yourself, it also protects the people around you, and make the adjustments if you feel more secure about it, you know, you feel like better. And in general, the way to test it is when you breathe, when you're wearing a mask, whether or not the mask actually moves with your breathing. If it moves not a lot, then you probably have a mask that's not very fitted at all. But if it is moving more when you breathe, then you know that it's actually working.
That's super helpful.
Yeah, so that's just an easy check for anyone who's wondering whether or not their mask actually fits. And if you make the adjustments and the fit is better, you feel like there's more resistance, then if it works for you, go ahead and do that. But the important point is, wear a mask, it makes you look more attractive, it keeps you... prevents you from getting infected and infecting others. And so, as you follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel, a like and a comment will really help us out. You can also rate us now on Spotify. It would be cool if y'all can rate us. If we get more than 10, I think then publicly everyone will see that we are a 5-star podcast.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yes.
You can also follow us on our social media, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and feel free to DM us any questions.
Alternatively, you can email us at thelabdoctors@gmail.com. Check out the episode description for all the links so that you can check out all the pictures that Xiaoyong was describing just now.
Yeah.
Thank you!
Bye.